It's a picture-perfect afternoon here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The roof is open, and it is time for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Yeah, here we go.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now Rodgers going to shift him around. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Here's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Yeah! There we go!
They run again with Dowdle. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Yeah, here we go!
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah! Here we go!
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Right back to Tolbert. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2nd down and a yard.
Kill!
To throw is Prescott. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Kill! 47!
A running play, it's Dowdle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Dowdle. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Here we go. Go, get out there.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they will. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott now. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Here's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. That is caught. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Over. 50.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Straight ahead is Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. Rodgers now to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tyler Conklin, 35 yards. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this 3rd quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points, and not really with a lot of hope, but with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Here we go. I take. Number 154. Wide in. Wide take.
Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey, 626.
Now Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Over.
They'll give to Hall. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Hall again. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Hall on a give up the middle. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. Fourth down, straight ahead. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Second down and 6 now.
Here we go, 46.
Now Prescott. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They run here with Dowdle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! I take.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third and 2.
Hey, kill. Here we go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Yeah, here we go. I take.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Prescott to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And even though he gets out of